Hello everyone. Stability AI has released a new version of text to image generation model, uh, SDXL 1.0. So let's check out how this stands compared to its previous models, that is SD 1.5, SD 2.1, then we have SDXL 0.9, and yeah, based on these images, people are preferring SDXL 1.2 better than rest of the images. So let's see how these images stand up to the previous versions. And also, these are some of the sample images, and looks like these images are uh, on par with the images that are generated by Midjourney. Uh, and uh, SDXL is open source and free for commercial use, unlike Midjourney where you need to uh, pay for the subscription. So this is a very good option, and with the quality of images like this, I think it will definitely become more popular. These are some of the images generated by SDXL. Let's explore their GitHub page. In the GitHub page, we have an option to download the base version, and also we have the option to download the refiner version. So in the Hugging Face, we can go to files and versions, and here we have the safe tensors version. So the checkpoints are basically either CKPT or safe tensors. It's better to download safe tensors because uh, CKPT might contain some malicious code, but safe tensors are typically safe to download. So yeah, just download it by clicking here and also download the LoRa version. And same for refiner version. Just go to the files and versions and download the SDXL Refiner 1.0 safe tensors by clicking here. While the checkpoints are being downloaded, let's look into automatic 1111. So automatic 1111 provides us a UI to interact with these checkpoints. So in order to install automatic 1111 in your local, just come to the code, copy the link here, and then go to your local where in whichever folder you want to clone this repository. Just either open PowerShell or command prompt there, then just do git clone, and it will start downloading the entire repository into your local. So once uh, the repo is cloned, just go to the downloads, copy the safe tensors, then go to models and go to stable diffusion and copy your safe tensors to here. Okay. Once the files are copied, go back to models, and right now there is no folder for LoRa, so just create it, LORA, and then copy the LoRa version that we downloaded from the GitHub and paste it here. Now all the checkpoints and LoRa versions, right? If we download more checkpoints, just remember to place them here so that automatic 1111 can access those models. Next step, all we need to do is go to Stable Diffusion Web UI, go to Web UI User Pad and just double click on that. And this will automatically create a virtual environment. It will install all the required packages. It will take some time to install all these packages. So I'll get back to you once the installation is done. The installation is done and we might get some messages like no module xformers is found. Don't worry about it. I'll come back to this later. For now, uh, everything is applied and our local URL is this one. Just copy it and paste it here, and you should be able to see the automatic 1111 web UI. We placed our models here, so these are our two models and they are available there. And also the LoRa version that we placed, right? It should show up under LoRa. Let me just copy a prompt here and also a native prompt, and then just generate an image. So we have an image, but this looks nothing like what the images that are here. That is because SDXL, unlike the previous versions, is trained with images 1024 in width and in length, not 512. So now let's just generate the image again, and it should be drastically different. Yep, looks nice. Now let me just quickly walk through what do we have here, right? We have sampling method. We have a lot of sampling methods. We can play around with them. We can just select a different one, and there are sampling steps. Uh, I would say 40 to 50 would be a good sampling steps. And we have restore faces. Suppose if you are doing a portrait or a picture of a person, right? We can make use of restore faces. And tiling, if you want to create textures, tiling is a good option. High resolution, right? So let me do one thing. Let's come back to high resolution. We have batch size, we have CFG scale. So if we put this less, the image will be more, uh, whatever the details we provided, right, that will be more prevalent. But if we increase the CFG scale, uh, the model will be more artistic. It might deviate from whatever the prompt we provided. So the ideal is somewhere between 7 and 10. So let's go with 8.5, something like that. And seed, right? Every time, if you place a random seed, every time you generate an image, it will look different. So not drastically different, but there will be some changes. But if you want to constantly get the same image every time, then use a fixed seed. You can just uh, give a random value or just random seed. Now generate image. This is going to generate an image based on this seed value. It looks something like this. Now if I generate again, the next image also will be the same because it has the same seed value and sampling method and steps. So where can we find these images, right? Go to output images, and if you look at the last two images, right, they are identical. But when we change the seed value, it will change, right? let's generate a high resolution. Uh, just increase the scale by 2 and then generate. Now when we look at the GPU usage, right, it spikes up and it usually takes longer since we are doing high resolution, and uh, that's usually not a good thing, right? Not uh, it will throw out some errors if the memory is too high. The image looks really good. So what we can do uh, to make to use less memory, right? We can use xformers. So for that, we just need to open the bat file. This is the bat file. Open it in a text editor and then just add these arguments. Xformers, and I prefer a dark theme, so you can just add this to the command line argument. Save this, close it, close this one. Now run the web user bat. We typically you might not get this error message, but I'm running 3.9.16, so it is unable to install transformers. But if you're running 3.10, you shouldn't get this issue. But if you are running an older version of Python, you can just open the command prompt here, go to the virtual environment, and then install it manually. Okay, then pip install, and that should install xformers. And now you can just close this, and now when you run the bat file, it should run without any issues. Just refresh this, the theme changed to dark. Now let me take a different example. Okay, now let's do restore faces. We have both the images. Okay, once we added restore faces, we get more details in the face. Now let's check one more prompt. Okay, this is our image, right? Like anime style. I will provide all the links and also all the commands I used in the description. But now let's look at this, right? We have multiple sampling methods, and whenever you want to create a new image, right, you want to explore the sampling method and style first, right? So for that, we have a solution here in automatic 1111. So basically, first let's see, select sampler. Where is sampler? Okay. Just select couple of samplers. Okay, and then CFG scale 2. Okay, and now generate like this. So for the sampler, if we will go with 2, it will be more close to the prompt we provided. But if it goes to uh, like larger scale than 10, it will be more creative. It will still be close to the prompt we provided, but it will be more artistic. It looks good. Yeah, and you can check with multiple samplers and see which look works best for your vision, and then you can pick those values and start with that. That's all for today. Thanks everyone.